So we have the 2024 model. That's, yes, it's 2023, but it's the US version, so it's our 2024 model Transalp Honda XL750. So we have it here with the few little improvements. I got the bark busters on here. I haven't got the skid plate yet. I did get a top case the other day. Got the little mount there, set it on, works good. And the last time we did I did a little demonstration on the change of the sprockets. I didn't do anything sprocket change. This doesn't need nothing. And because this one was whining a lot, you know, buzzing a lot on the highway, on the freeway, going from place to place, and yeah, it's a little tingly. So I changed, did a little sprocket change, but it's still, I think first gear maybe a tad bit. Well, that's about the same. They're the same now, 15 to 1. I think that one's, yeah, and 14. Actually, both of them are like 14.99 to 1, 15 to 1. You might as well say in first gear. And this one didn't do no mods to the sprockets, gearing or nothing. Doesn't need it. I found the gearing on the Transalps, as far as an adventure bike that can go on off-road, I don't think you can get any better, honestly. And we're going to test it out on the farm back here, and how it just sort of you know, plunks along, you might say, in first gear, and how the tractability is, and showing how it stalls in relationship. This one stalls. You keep the throttle up a little bit. I mean, that's got power. That's got all kinds of power, but I hate to say it, it's not as smooth as this. This is smooth as silk. This one's really smooth. But anyway, and that one's definitely a hooligan of a bike, and it's lots of fun. Yeah, I've been off the road. I get off the road a lot with that. And but we're just going to do piddling around, like slow speed stall testing. That's where we're going to see where it stalls. Now, I do know that this doesn't compensate for load, like when you get on the Touareg, Aprilia Touareg, when it feels a little bit of load, it compensates and idles it up. So it's like internally cheating, you know, it's like you doing the throttle like this, keep it from dying. So, where, you know, a lot of bikes just will, and the, back over there, my 1290, it's kind of like that too. It feels a little bit stall. It's more, you know, it doesn't want to die, you know, but it's, you know, it's 160 horsepower. You're not going to worry about stalling that too much. But anyway, so, and this one, it does really good, you know, low speeds, and this one does, I won't say it does better, but you know, you'll have to kind of compensate a little bit, but not much, because it doesn't have that compensation like it's going to die. It doesn't pick itself up, which this one does. I'm telling you, Aprilia's, that's a smart company. I mean, they're really good, you know, and that's really a good off-road set of bike there. I mean, if you want to go off-road more than you do on-road, yeah. And still does fine on the on-road, since I did a little sprocket modifications there. You might have seen it on my other video, you can check. And but this one here, we're going to test it out, how it's going to do. I haven't done any sprocket changes or nothing. Like I say, there's the overall gearing, 6 gears, 4.66, I believe, to 1, which is, man, that's like that thing. That's 429 to 1. And this is 5.5 to 1, and that's a little over 5 to 1, 5 point something, whatever to 1, 5.17, a little over 5 turns to 1 on the 6 gear, and yeah, and which I think that's perfect. Anything from this to this is perfect for cruising on the road. This is even better. This thing, man, this thing is meant to just, you know, just get it back and get on the highway and go, you know. More touring than anything, I feel. And anyway, compared between two bikes. But you know, it's just, you know, it's got over a half a turn better, or you might, you know, less RPMs, in other words, than that one does, or better overdrive this one does than that one, but still has a good, it's like a 50, about the same as that one. That one may be a little bit, that one's a little bit lower first gear than this one is. And say, well, 15 to 1, this is 15, this is like 14.99 something, it's like 15 spins of the front cog to make the rear cog turn once. Yeah, so if that makes any sense to you. So we're going to test this out and show how it's going to do. And we did a little Tuareg the other day. We did a little uphill and see how it pulls and stuff, and see how it stalls from the gearing, which it handles it good. And this, we're going to test this out too. We could test that out. We'll probably do the 890. Yeah, it does really good. But you can't. This one will stall the quickest. I hate to say it, out of any of them. It just will. When you start going uphill, you're gonna. Man, my light crack. Oh, I threw a rock up. No, it's the way the light's hitting it. Going up a hill or any kind of incline, you have to kind of a little bit of throttle it, low speed. So it's got a, that motor's just really aggressive. It's just bam, bam. I mean, it's gonna, you get on the pipe on that one, you're gonna know it. And same way with that one, if you can hold on. Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna test this out and see how it's gonna do. And what I always like to do, am I still recording? Yeah, blinking red light. It's good. You can see my size of my big body. Oh, good. I know I need to lose some weight. I'm shot up to 270 again. Anyway, so, oh yeah, this is what I like to do. I'm gonna go ahead and fix this right now. Hold this button down until this starts blinking. It's blinking. Now take this button here and go over 1, 2, which boom, boom, takes you over here to that. All right. Now hold this button up. Hold it till that goes blink, blink like that. Come back over here, mode button, hold it until it says mode, and let off. Yeah, that's the way I've been doing it. It's just like a habit anymore. I just boom, boom, boom. I just do that without even, sometimes did I do that? No, I don't remember setting my user preferences like I normally like it, but that's what I like to do. I noticed a little chug every now and then, idle when it's cold. It might be the gas I got the other day. So we are going to test this out, this puppy out on the field back here on low speed maneuverability as far as stalling. See how it does with the gearing. I mean, it just pulls itself. This right here, I noticed it's, well, it's cold right now. Sitting still, cool, it will come up a little bit. But it doesn't compensate when it's under the load, like the Tuareg does, or the 1290. And the 890 doesn't either. I think 890 still needs, I think they still, that's 890 model, I think they still need to work some bugs out of that. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna, it's going down, so we're gonna test this out. There's my cattle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they're all here. Got one that, I got 2 of them. Let's get ready to drop a calf soon. Alright, gonna test this dude out. I mean, what I've noticed, even when it's cold, like, look, I can get it down to, look, 6. I mean, I never seen it like it. It's really, oh, and another thing, this is accurate. This speedometer, they did it right. I checked it several times. All my other bikes, for some reason, are like reading about 3 miles per hour too fast. Well, as you're going faster. I mean, look, here we are. I mean, it's pulling right along. Better. Yeah, it's kind of trying to take me down a little groove there. Yeah, but anyway, but we're going to test this out. Let's see how it does, and like maneuvering around, just this thing maneuvers so easy, so easy. So we're going to check this low speed, see how it's going to do right here. Now look, yeah, 5 miles per hour. Pulls pretty good. I'm going up an incline right here. So anyway, I don't feel like throwing my feet down. I'm gonna idle a little bit. Now, that's what I'm saying about perfect ratio gearing to me for any adventure bike. This one, Honda has nailed it. Nailed it. I think they did it better on this one than they did even their bigger bikes, even their big leader bikes. Because if you notice, you look at the specs of them, they may be geared up for the road, but then their low speed, doing like what I'm doing here, it's like going about this fast, you know, and you can't have control of it when you want to go slow around something. You got to constantly clutch, you know, and you know, which this is pretty much what this video is all about, is how much clutch is really needed to tackle like hills in low gear, just going at low speed, like 6 to 7 miles per hour. I mean, it'll run faster than that, but you know, but so yeah, I got all the power, and then engine braking. I like this setting here, so I'll just leave it alone. I mean, I don't have to worry about it. It's a dry day today, so I might have to deal with the traction, I mean the ABS or nothing like that. So we are going to test this dude out. Ooh, looks good. Bark Busters. Yeah, I got them on there. Got a skid plate coming here pretty soon. Well, I figured that thing would pop off. I constantly have to deal with that that fence, that gate. Should put oil on it. It just keeps wanting to raise itself up off there. All right. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Oh. Well, let's roll down the hill a little bit. Oh, almost stepped in that. It's dried up. All right, now. Oh, I've got to do some gate work today. Typical farming. Popped off there. Oh, goodness. Yep. Oh, well. So, I think I've talked about it before, how this is gear ratio from the factory overall is 15:1 first gear, 466, 4.66, it's a little over 4.5 turns to 1, and 6 gear, and so yeah, see, what, 4 or 5 miles per hour. Now this is a little bit of a hill here. I mean, you know, will it do it? Well, this is about where the Touareg will idle itself up. I touched it a little bit, but the Touareg, I realized that it's got its own idle load compensation, or anti-stall, I think they may call it, and when it's under a load, which is really good. I think it's good in a way, but then it may be bad in a way, because if you're just simply maneuvering around, then it wants to pull you a little bit when you know, you go a little past your mark. But I think it works great. I mean, they really got it dialed in really good, that bike, for just doing technical stuff. I think for any adventure bike, off-road, the Touareg's really got it. And this right here, you know, we're going to see how it, you know, I've hit the brake already, and see how it's going to handle the, oh yeah, see how it's going up this hill. Now, see, now this went slower under load than the Aprilia, because the Aprilia kind of idles itself up. So it's sort of a good example illustrating how it could handle the hills like this one here without having to clutch and throttle or anything. Well, this right here, see, look, I mean 6 miles per hour and barely even touching the throttle. Now I know I probably have to let off of it a little. I mean, I probably have to see, you know, it may even die. Well, not really. Well, it died the other day, you know. See, I'm going up the hill now, and yeah, oh well, it's not really dying, but anyway. But I don't feel like throwing my foot down there. Now I think it will die. Let me see. Now this is pretty steep. This is steeper here. Now I came up a different way. I went kind of an angle up it, but this way going, it's pretty steep. Because now, see the hill going back down. Now I came back up, and I didn't touch it. So I did earlier, yeah, because I knew it was going to stop at one spot. Because I noticed the Touareg does that too, right there, that one spot. But a lot of times it'll whoop. It'll rev up a little bit, and you almost gotta like, oh, hold on, because it'll compensate. And so we're mainly going to talk about the smoothness, the slow speed smoothness of this motor, and how it's mapped from Honda to do this slow speed, you know, off-road. Now, if oh gosh, I'm running over cow crap again. Anyway, I don't like this. I mean, it's okay. It's just going to just swing up everything, smell up the garage. Anyway, but so you can see how steep it is there. You know, this is really steep. Now, this part here is a little bit steeper. I don't know how it's doing. I know it's going to die. It's got to die. It's got to. I mean, this is going to die. Well, almost. See, it got down to 5. Even the Touareg wouldn't get down that low. Yeah, it's kind of really rough right there, you know. That part, well. And another thing, I've got a shock coming for it as far as roughness, and I want that to go away. Now, okay, now, anyway, so it goes to show the other bikes cannot go that slow. Period. They will not go that slow without dying. That's what I'm saying. This is the only bike that can get down that slow, and yet the first gear on this one is geared higher than all the others. So I don't know how Honda's mapped this motor, but I'm thinking, well, you know, maybe that might be a trade-off, a good trade-off from this is the European model. I don't know. Maybe we got torque lower and maybe a horsepower a little bit lower than the European Transalp, because the European puts out another 7 or 8 horsepower more, but the torque numbers are supposed to be the same. But I just wonder if it can handle that slow of a speed and pull as hard as this, pull as strong as this one does, without even hitting the throttle. Crazy, right? This is really good. Now, so we'll just test this. Well, I'm going downhill now. Of course, my engine braking is helping a little bit. My clutch brakes are nothing in there either. See my foot. Oh, throw my foot out, and I better watch so I don't run into a tree. But anyway, I mean, you know, this is really, really good. I'm not. Oh, another thing, I'm not touching the clutch. I'm not touching the clutch. Let me do like that. You know, can we put it on here? Can you see it? Yeah. Anyway, it's my big body. Anyway, so yeah, this is where. Oh. man, you know, the forks on this thing is really good. It's the shock. The shock just wants to, I hit something like that, it wants to catapult me over this windscreen. Oh God, I'd be glad when I get my tractor shock in for this thing. Oh man, I think Ian was right on Big Rock Moto. It's like a pogo stick sometimes. Well, the road is great, perfect on the road. Little skippity when you got the little bumps on the road, but you know, and yeah, I like right through here is fine. I mean, it's tolerable, you know, it's pretty good. I mean, you know, it's not bad, but you know, it doesn't have attractive suspension, or it doesn't have WP, you know, Explorer suspension. So that's a whole nother that's another game. That's a whole nother ball game. I say it's another league, like up here somewhere. Well, I'll get this dialed in with the tractive shock when it comes in. And we'll test it out back here, especially that place where I thought the seat was going to kick me off of it. But oh yeah, like, oh yeah, no, okay, let's not clutch it. See, I'm not clutching it. See, yeah, that's more way to do it. See, I'm holding on a little bit, but I'm not touching the brake. Or, oh well, I'm not testing that anyways. I should just put my hand where it needs to be. Oops. But anyway, what I'm trying to show you, it is really hard to stall it. Well, yeah, I mean, it's easy to not stall it, is what I'm saying, because it doesn't have the capability of the Aprilia when you hit the heel. Well, I noticed when I was riding coming up this hill the other day, speaking of gearing, that it handled the the heel just good, but when it felt the load, it automatically pulled me up through it. Well, this doesn't have that, but it has all the capabilities of handling the heels at low speed without stalling. Where the 890, I have to do the clutch and you know, everybody knows they're like, you know, they're gonna, that's a pin your ear bike motor anyway, you know. But as much as you can stand, in other words, on the KTM 890 motor, it'll give it to you. But if you're just wanting a relaxing, you know, just plunking along and taking it easy and enjoying the ride, and don't feel like you're on edge to keep it from stalling. Oh, I got to clutch it. I need to do that. I mean, you feel like I had to do this constantly. This was about like to come up this hill, to keep it from dying. That's what I had to do with the KTM, the 890. Now the 1290, well, it's 160 horsepower. You find yourself just hitting the hill and it just starts pulling you up like that. And where this one, I might have to tap the throttle a little bit, but not much, just barely, because it doesn't have that that anti-stall control through the ECU that the Touareg has. Touareg has that, I call it idle load compensation, because it compensates when it tries to drop below the idling RPMs under a load. Yeah, so now this, oh yeah, no clutching, see, no clutching. Now I'm getting it down to, yeah, see, it's like, you know, 5, yeah, no clutching. It's not stalling, no clutching. You'd think it's an automatic or something, you know, but you know, it's not. And so yeah, you know, that's, you can't beat the gearing ratio, I think, the way Honda has done this Transalp. And you get on the road, 6 gear, you know, yeah, it's probably not as smooth as a lot of bikes, bigger liter bikes, like going on the highway, you know, but it's not straining. It's not straining at all. It's handling it. It's perfectly okay. You know, it's really good. And so that's what I wanted to talk about, and really like comparing gear ratios and how well this thing handles this uphill. You know, I'm not clutching it. I am touching the throttle a little bit. So I let it completely off of it. Well, it didn't die a minute ago, but I feel like it's going to. Yeah. Almost. Oh, now that right up here, that was a, yeah. See, we're going up this down. This is pretty steep. And see, it's down to 5. I'm not touching either. See how that works? And I kept thinking, well, if you really wanted to have an off-road weapon, I still don't think you need to do anything with the gearing. But if you really wanted to have a first gear, and it would almost be a 16-to-1 if you changed one tooth on the front sprocket, go down one tooth. It would be almost a 16-to-1. It's like 1599-to-1. I think is what I came up with doing the math. So, you know, 16. I mean, yeah, 16-to-1, and then it still makes the. Oh, I forgot. Oh, yeah, it makes the 5th gear. I mean, 6. What am I saying? 5th. I used to ride, yeah, the old bikes, 1 down, 5, 4 up. You know. Anyway, 6th gear on this thing is. Boy, I can tell the difference. The suspension in this and my 890. Oh my gosh. I can feel everything with this thing. I'll be glad with my shotgun, but not bad in the front. But anyway, oh yeah, I think it's almost a 5. It's like right in or a little under 5-to-1 in 6th gear. It's a better 6th gear on the road than the 890 is with a lower first gear than the 890. So it's got such a wide span of gearing. It's really good. Now if I can get through here without the bull coming through here trying to get, oh, I want to go where you're going. Got any feed for me? I know if I was on my tractor, they'd all be running to me. Oh yeah, now here's the tricky part. Is getting that gate open and closed. You see, am I still recording? Yeah, I think I'm blinking. Yeah, okay, it's working. It's recording. All right, don't fall. Look at this. Yeah, I've got to do some farm work. Is never complete. It's never done. Oh, let's see what I'm saying. I've got to fix it. Man, it feels great when you drag it on your heel. Oh, yeah. Yeah, watch the wind just blow it over. Sit there. Oh, it's gonna fall. So, I mean, even there, I don't even really have to even. There's my phone. Oh, Daddy, where are you? Yeah. All right. My little girl says, "You didn't take me." That's another reason why I got that top case. Because, oh, and I haven't got the backrest yet for it. Once I get that, this is a nightmare. Oh, fixing this. I've got to fix this fence, this gate. Okay. Okay. On this side. Yeah. All right. Don't want to lose cattle. So, I think we already took it down the road. Everybody knows what they do on the highway. Oh yeah, well, 4 miles per hour. It didn't stall. So I'll go up this little bit of hill. See, yeah, now this is how easy this motor is. How smooth it is. Please don't go through the fence. And yeah. Oh well. Anyway. Oh, and standing up, you couldn't get a better standing position than this. This is really spot on. Yeah. Yeah. It's a little rough back there. Yeah, wheel tries to follow that groove. Yeah, so we're going to do some more mods on this. I'm going to do some more mods, and also, oh yeah, and like this little area right here. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. And this thing maneuver. Look, my foot's not on the ground. I can't do that with none of the other bikes very well. I mean, I can, but I'm having to gun it and throttle it, and then every once in a while I throw my foot down, and you know. I never seen anything that's as smooth as this bike. Yeah. So, yeah, well, that is pretty good right there. Yeah, I know, when you turn that off, everything goes, whoops. All right, yeah, they're all coolant fans are going. So, so there we have it. My recording. Yeah, still recording. Earlier I did this and I don't know what happened. Typical GoPro. There it is. Honda Transalp 750. Ours, I think it's XL 750 here as well. I think it says that in European country and Asian continent, whatever. Yeah, love this machine. This is a really two thumbs way up on comfort as far as off-road and maneuverability and handling the technical stuff. The shock, you can live with the forks, but the shock, I mean, I'm about 270. I go through that thing. I know where the bottom's at. And so I can't, on the road is perfect. You don't need to change anything. If you're only going off the road, well, you know, not very much, just occasionally, it's perfect for it, even for the field that I'm on. If you're going to go down in the dried out creek beds and stuff like that, you're gonna feel it in your rump. So there it is, a sweet running adventure mid-size bike with, I think, is the perfect gearing. And that's the way that they all need to go. That seems the ratios, they just got it spot on. Way to go, Honda. And there it is.